that you do that is forbidden within the ideology that you follow. So I know that atheism wants to distance itself from religious stuff, but still, like, this is like huge no-no. If you are an atheist that you believe in God, you are no more an atheist.
Again,
you are outside
I'm
the
not an
religion.
atheist. I don't know about what atheists do in their little club, man. But I am not one of those people. If you think atheists have this structure, and there are things that are just big no-nos for atheists, then I'm sure as shit not one. So I don't want to hear from religious theists that I'm an atheist. That's ridiculous. If you think I'm an atheist, you don't know me. You don't know that I'm an atheist, and I certainly don't have commands or like a group or big no-nos that I can't do. That's ridiculous.
It's very easy. In what sense Kyle is saying that he's not an atheist? I just want to ask, and the second thing that I would like to say here is that if I consider myself as an atheist, there are two things that I'm saying. Okay, I do not believe in supernatural. When I use the word supernatural, I'm talking about many things. Okay, by just using one word. And the second, I do not believe in any form of authority. Okay, if you say that there are certain scientists, they are saying something and I'm just following that, no, it is not about following. Okay, if you just read that how they come to the conclusion, we can actually read that how those scientists, they are coming to the conclusion of this thing or that thing or many things. So you can also buy the same tool and come up with the same result. So it's not like we are believing in authority of science or something like that. So if you do not believe in two things, you are an atheist. First, you do not believe in supernatural things, and you do not believe in authority. In that context, you are an atheist. If you believe in any one of them, then you are an atheist. You are not an atheist.
I can't agree with that because authority can be like the government, and government's not under the purview of atheism.
No, but it's still, I think we live in like democracy. If you do not like any rule, you can make a community and protest with reason. Okay, and not just go to the government and irrationally you are talking about that. Oh, this policy is wrong, this thing, that thing. With reason, with logic, with science, with philosophy, but just rejecting that laws, policy, or something like that. So you do not believe in any authority. Okay, and you do not believe in any supernatural thing. So in that context, you are an atheist. Still like China.
Well, hang on one sec. I wanted to say something.
Actually, I believe that.
One thing.
Hang on one second. You give your example in 1 second. I just wanted to ask Kyle, what do you consider yourself?
I think I'm closer to a Gnostic theist.
What is that?
Or a agnostic. Or not a theological non-cognitivist, because that doesn't quite...
Yeah, I would describe you as a poet. Is that good? You're a poet, Kyle. Like you are the only one that I hear in Clubhouse that knows how to say what he thinks.
He sounds like a poet.
The use of words is really good. Like the closest English can get to Arabic.
Hey, Kyle, I made you a moderator while you're here. Would you have the ability to invite people up for me?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on.
Thanks, I appreciate it. My club deck is acting a fool.
Yeah, making. So I don't think that atheism is about that. Like if I have a discussion with a Christian, they will, the discussion is going to be about Jesus, about God, Trinity. If I have a discussion with Jewish people, it's going to be similar. It's about theology and stuff. And if I talk with a Hindu, the same thing. Like, why do you guys worship cows? Or and they will tell us, why do you guys drink the urine of the camel and stuff like that. But when my discussion is with an atheist, it's going to be about science. There is this, always atheist-like,
but no, it is not science. It is reason. It is reason.
No, it is science. It's science.
Science is all about reason. Mathematics.
Even philosophy is not there. I think that atheists don't the philosophy of aesthetic or metaphysics.
No. It is wrong. You have met with wrong atheist. There are so many subjects that I can actually talk about, but one thing.
No true Christian. I mean, no true atheist.
Atheists like only one thing in the form of argument, in the form of interaction, discussion, debate, or anything. Reason and fact. Two things: reasoning and fact. Okay, there are certain topic where you have to do the reasoning. There are certain topic there's no need of reasoning. There's a need of only fact. Okay, so combination of both thing, combination like only maybe one thing like reasoning, maybe the other thing fact, maybe both of these things. So they like two things or mixture of two things in the form of discussion, debate, or something.
In America, New York.
Are you getting phonics?
Yeah. So you know Al-Ghazali.
No.
No.
You know Al-Ghazali.
No.
So Al-Ghazali. Yeah. So Al-Ghazali is actually someone who searched in philosophy, right? And so he actually criticized philosophy because he said that there are a lot of people that went through the path of doing philosophy, and the conclusion is going to only be one, that there is a God. So he criticized people, saying that why are you wasting your time questioning, and doing philosophy instead of worshiping God? Because you are, instead of like you are wasting your time searching, and then when you find God, you will be very old. So for him, God is a fact. God is a fact, and it is the conclusion of like a lot of philosophers that came before us. So he basically said like to the new generation, why do you waste your time while like it is like Einstein discovered a certain thing and people still trying to discover it after he discovered it already. You understand what I mean?
See, there are two things. If you deny philosophy, it means you're denying the reasoning that we have and the facts that we discover. And the second thing that I would like to say, if you say that God is fact, then everything is fact. Like, for example, like I'm flying in the air and talking to you, it is a fact. Okay. I call myself human being, but I have I'm a boy, but I think that I'm a female. So that is an actual fact. So if you say that God is fact, then everything is fact according to your understanding.
No, I didn't say that God is fact. It's Al-Ghazali, right? I told you Al-Ghazali said.
Whoever it is, the name is not important. The reason is.
Yeah, the name is not important, but his point is like, hey guys, listen, we did it. Like we are doing the same thing. We did the same thing that you are trying to do, and we had a conclusion. Just listen to us because we went through the journey, right? Instead of you wasting your time doing it again, here is the results of what we discovered, and the result is that there is a God. So
I would say like this person is very courageous to say that God is fact. It requires immense amount of foolish courage. Courage that is in the form of foolish.
Foolish is right.
Foolishness.
Very foolish to conclude that God exists.
He's not saying that God exists or not. Like he's simply saying God is fact. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the end of the game.
I consider conclusion to be fact. Sorry.
Yeah, because before Al-Ghazali.
Hold on one sec.
Hi.
One sec.
Yeah.
Kyle, did you have something?
Just where the God exists can change everything, right? God exists in your imagination, then I agree with you. I actually would say I'm a Gnostic theist on that. I know that God does exist in human culture, in human language, in human fiction, in human writings. Man creates God. Humans even say, oh my God, as if God belonged to them. And they don't do that unironically. They literally mean this God is mine. It belongs to me and it does what I want it to do. So God absolutely exists in fiction, in the imagination, and I would never argue that.
No, the first cause exists in objective reality.
No.
Hi,
It's
could
just
you-
a funny way to play the game if you're playing it. But if you're not playing it and you're more attuned to the grammar of the situation, then
Hi,
there is
moderators.
no
This is
objective
a
existence of
comedian.
the
If you
tuner.
could
The
put
only
me
thing
in
that
your queue,
objectively
please.
exists
Thank
is, as
you.
far as I can tell, time. Maybe time.
Space-time.
Space-time, right. Donald knows a lot more about this than I do, but that is the ground of being. Space-time is the ground. It is that the eternal thing itself is time. And
It's just
everything
the
passes
concept.
through it.
Time
So
doesn't
you're just
exist.
basically equivocating time and God. I don't really have to do that. When you make a God a he, then I get to say, yeah, that's imaginary. You're making time have a dick or have a male appendage or a male biological assignment in a preposition. That's absurd, right?
It's an improvisation.
Yes, as soon as I hear the word preposition, he
You don't like
assigned to
gender?
time, I know someone's just playing.
God
the
doesn't
game,
have a gender?
and I don't have to play that game. That's silly.
Hi,
I'm a child.
moderators. If you could put me in your queue, I know Phoenix and Making have been going back and forth, but there's my friend and Dinesh here. I'd like to be put in the queue because I'd like to address the question in the room. Thank you.
Sure, go ahead.
Put
Just
me
don't
in the
read a poem.
queue, please.
So basically,
In the queue.
yeah, put me in the queue, please. What I'm saying is, you guys are just spamming this morning, and technically, the Bible and all these religious materials, it's actually just programming for self-actualization, and personal development. And so, if you don't like my
You
explanation,
got 2 minutes while I go away, and then you gotta shut up.
okay, cool, Donald. And so, what I'm just saying is, these things called books, they're actually like external programs. And if you read them, sometimes you can find out some valuable things about yourself and the world. And they're useful. And so, what you guys are really doing, and what you always do, is actually you're just spamming and, hypnotizing and projecting and not actually reading anything and not improving your life. You're just coming here to spam each other. I'm complete.
One thing that I would like to say to comedian, they are not just reading, they are just subscribing to the whole book. Subscribing to the whole book means you just follow the whole book. You're not following specific things. Like yes, it is true, you are promoting. There are certain good things which have been written. We have to follow it, and we should follow it. But the people who subscribe to that religion, they follow everything of what is written on that book. They are not following only the good thing, but along with the bad thing, they also follow it. So that's the problem. What you are saying is true, but it is not happening in reality. They subscribe to the whole policy or whole principle of that book. Not few of the good principle, but the whole principle.
Well, you're doing it right now.
He's here now by Ram that.
So there is something that I have read from the literature is that when you want to describe something but do not know how to describe it, then we use a metaphor, and that the greatest metaphor that people are using is the God. People want to describe something. If you talk to a spiritual person, they, instead of using the word God, they are using the supreme consciousness. Okay, when they use the word supreme consciousness, what they are referring is God. Okay, there are different people, there are different philosophers, there are different scientific people. They are using the word, they are using different word, but what they are describing is the same thing, that is God. So this is something that we have to be aware of. Like most of this, like I'm a spiritual person. I'm also an atheist. I have my own understanding about spirituality. It is totally atheistic in nature, not theistic in nature. So most of the spiritual people that I have talked with, they talk about consciousness, supreme consciousness, awareness, pure potential. These are the words that they use, but I know what they are referring. That is God. So therefore, it's very easy to understand them. They are using the jargon.
I know, but God forwards just means go, and backwards it means do. So it says take action now.
And which is already happening. So in order to make yourself as an atheist, you do not have to read books about atheism. You just have to realize few of the things. Okay, so because it's not very difficult. according to me, because I haven't read even a single book of what is atheism or something like that. I know some of the definitions, I have watched some of the videos, but haven't read any book related to atheism. But still, I'm 100% atheist, I call myself. But in order to make yourself theist, you have to read lots of books. So, I also have to subscribe to the.
That's not true, because you could read a lot of books and then come to the conclusion that you're an atheist. Because once you've processed the information and you've gathered what there's to gather from the information, you still can't shake hands with the God. So there's a lot of insight there that you can only gather from a lot of different books. And I think you may have it backwards. It's my opinion.
It's funny to hear someone say you can just make yourself something by reading, and everyone's gonna pick up different shit, and the more different variety you read, the less the God has any real power, because you see more of them. They're all just bickering.
And I do know, like, there's a kind of conspiracy that we have to understand. In the name of religion, it's a big conspiracy that is happening. If you take Vedas, okay, like Hindu, if you take Bhagavad Gita, if you take like Bible, if you take like Quran, they are written in a poetic form. And there's a very good reason that why they are written in a poetic form, because you can make the meaning out of you can make your own meaning. For example, like if it is written, like what can I say?
Don't put your penis inside of children would have been a nice thing for the theist to write down.
Yeah, it's a straightforward statement, but like I don't think that I have to give you the example. Like, they are written in poetic form, so you can actually make the meaning according to your understanding. Like, for example, like importance, like success. Okay, let's suppose success. Okay, so you can according to your understanding, you can just understand the word success means like getting a job. You can also take the meaning like having a good amount of money. Okay, and becoming a powerful person. So that is success. So different people can take their own meaning of success, and that's the religion, because it is written in poetic form. It is not just a one word. There are lots and lots of words, there are lots and lots of phrases and concepts, and everything is in metaphorical form or fantasy form or poetic form. You can extract whatever the kind of meaning you want to extract. Therefore, like after reading Quran, most there are people extract, and there are after reading Bhagavad Gita, there are people who become shocked.
So are you saying that these are all just made up concepts?
I mean, what you guys are really talking about is communication, and you guys are just spamming each other.
Long time.
Comedian always tells it like it is, but then it's no more fun.
Yeah, I think that comedian also
Hey, who was saying hi to me? Sorry, hang on. Who was saying hi to me? I didn't catch your name.
It's, Donald, it's Ali.
Ali, hello?
It's been I myself did not enter into this application for a really long time, and I did not see you for a while.
Yeah, I've been away for a while. I've not been feeling well.
I hope things have gotten better between you and your brother.
No, we don't speak anymore.
It's like you have to be the bigger person, and you have to maybe apologize, even if it is
Sir, no. He forced me to walk home when I was 40 miles away from my house. No, there's no apologizing for me.
Like, Donald, I'll tell you this one thing. You know why God loves humans the most? It is because
because people made gods. That's why God loves people the most. That's a silly question.
Yeah. I'm just saying that it is because the element of repentance and of
what the hell do I have to repent for?
No. I'm not saying that you have to repent. I'm just saying it is you have to be the bigger person. This is
so I don't need to repent. Got it.
No, I'm not saying
So, like,
that you have to repent.
What are the things that we have to do in order to become a bigger person? Like, do we have to go to gym to make our
Donald, what I mean to say is
that was awesome.
He's a warrior. Look, like he likes wars.
like I think that Dinesh wants to say something.
Go for it.
Ali is a warrior. Like he is interested in the war parts of religion.
Worst part of religion?
No. Yeah, it is the worst. Like I meant that war, the holy war.
Okay. Yeah, it is Islamic concept. We can actually easily relate to that.
Actually, it is also in Hinduism, right? When you read the story of the Bhagavad Gita, there is a battle.
Like from
No,
that,
actually, you defy the Bhagavad Gita. They mentioned the floods of the Noah. You know, floods of the Noah. It's in Bhagavad Gita.
No, I'm talking about like there was a battle and that there was like a king or something or a prince. I don't know. That prince like got enlightened.
Phoenix, you took it in a wrong way. Like in Islam, it says that the person who do not follow Islam, they consider to be as kafir. And killing, like you can kill them, you can slave them, you can murder them. It doesn't matter because they do not follow Islam. Or like
No.
Anyway, they're gonna.
This is not. No, this is.
I know. I know.
Listen. This is the wrong narrative that you're feeding.
This concept has been prescribed in hadiths in a very
This is the wrong narrative that you're giving.
I know. This can appear in every religion. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm using what about is a man.
Phoenix.
And we also know, there's no need to do the pretend because we know that most of the Islamic understanding they're in the form of hadith. The Islamic, like in Quran, less than 15% understanding we can find. Islamic understanding, I'm saying, 15% or less than 15%. Most of the understanding you can find in hadith.
Are you just saying that your book is not reliable?
Actually, there is a saying in Arabic that goes.
It's more than that. It's not.
Actually, there is a saying in Arabic that goes like every sheep is able to see the ass of another sheep. It's not able to see its own ass.
This is something that will have to teach. This is something that will have to teach to those people who are running lots of terrorist organization in many countries.
Listen, to be honest, like when I was thinking about Hinduism to be like this peaceful, like the lotus flower and like and meditation. Then when I read.
This is something that's challenging.
This is the wrong imaginary story. Stop them from telling the wrong imaginary story. No.
It's real. Like if you are a sheep, you will not. If you are a sheep, you will not be able to see your own ass, man.
Them to drink cow piss and dung. Cow dung and cow piss. Their Gita advises them.
Whoa! What says to drink and eat?
It's in their religion. They drink the cow piss and the
like
dung of the cow.
You're holding
that's
the cup of
not healthy to do.
My religion is bigger than thou. It's similar to my bigger than thou.
Okay, Phoenix, do you drink the piss of the cow?
No, I drink the piss of the camel.
It is the same thing.
There you
No,
go.
certainly not. Right? There's no way.
I'm just kidding, but yeah.
So like Ali, are you drinking your own piss or the piss of cow? Which one do you like it?
They say if you eat the cow shit, you are going to trip because there is fungi in there.
Yeah,
So,
you're
like,
gonna
do we
get
have
sick.
to eat
You're gonna trip and
like,
get fevers and probably die.
So Phoenix, like according to you, like Hindu people, they have to eat the shit of Muhammad or cow, which is more better?
Listen,
Shit of Muhammad or shit of
I'm
cow,
going
which
to
is
tell
more?
you if you say anything.
No,
Listen,
it is.
listen. Oi,
It is that. No, it is that there
I
is
think that
this.
Ali is eating.
Oi.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that like there are bad things within Islamic context, but there are bad things within every.
You haven't answered.
जहाज तुम्हारी मोदी के गांड में नहीं मारे?
If you are a Hindu, you are going to talk positive about Hinduism.
Phoenix, you haven't answered. Like, which shit is more better? The shit
Like
of
when
cow
a
or
sheep
shit
is able to see other sheep ass, but it's not able to see its own ass.
Like, nobody can see their own ass. It is a fact.
I can see my own ass. I have a thing called a mirror.
You can't
With the help of mirror, you can see it, but not with your eyes.
Well, I can't see the mirror without my eyes.
Wow. Donald, I'm surprised you're even listening to these lunatics. I'm surprised. I mean, like, you know.
Oh, don't worry. I've never learned a thing in these rooms from a theist.
Donald Trump is on our side.
You shouldn't be surprised at his laughter, right? He's not listening in vain here. There's a lot to be gained.
I just wish I was broadcasting. Oh, wow.
To be honest, I like Hinduism. I like the art. But at the same time, you guys have an app. Like, everyone has an app.
Sure, it's just the top of the legs, though.
Like, I swear, like, it's, you know, every prophet came down and they turned them into a god. They make statues out of them. Every prophet was given down to them, and they.
Which religion's prophets, though? I mean, they all have prophets.
No. Hinduism had a lot of prophets.
Ali, are you
So
from
did
Pakistan?
Jesus. I mean, was Jesus a prophet? Because I'm pretty sure Jesus was a
Ali,
prophet.
are you from Pakistan?
I think that Jesus and Ram, they are brothers.
Donald,
Every religion is just describing my religion. It's just not your religion.
So Ali, like, do you think that Jesus, Muhammad, and Ram?
Oh, dude, was that a theremin out of tune or something?
No, we are not aware of this language. If you know the German language,
it's
able to
It
transceive.
sounded like a lot of
I think
hum to me.
Hinduism is the primordial soup of like existence.
From your interactions, from your physiology, from your
The primordial soup of like
blood
because
pressure.
you know
like, do you think use good, like, metaphorical words? So, like, he's
Okay,
giving
it
examples
is
of
the primordial soup, like a lot of shit in the rivers, and because the shit is like it's fertilizer, right? It's going to form.
Yeah, and they're trying to monitor everything on your health. It's sending back all the
when you put
information
dead
basically
bodies
your
into
heart
water
rate,
and a lot of
blood oxygen
ashes and a
level,
lot
and
of
that part, they
cows and a
can
lot of
monitor all
shit
that
and
from
a
there.
lot of like turmeric, and a lot of flowers. This is a very good primordial soup that is going to generate life.
Have you tasted it?
No.
So, on what basis you're talking about it? I think that you're eating right now, therefore you're just talking.
Relax. I'm talking about like it is a fertilizer, right? You're making like huge fertilizer.
Donald, do you know that these guys are in big trouble? Like them and Israel included. They are in big trouble. They are going to. It's like anytime.
If you guys wondering why he's doing this, let me explain. Professional bull riders must build their strength to battle against 2,000-pound bull for 8 seconds. Some bull riders are tough enough to be worth more than $7 million, while some of them be dead, injured, or paralyzed for the rest of their lives. Greater the risk, greater the reward. Amazing. If you guys wondering why he's doing this,
heard that Israel was colluding with India. How is India supplying Israel to continue bombing Gaza?
I'm gonna give you $20 and you tell me 10 words in Spanish.
10 words in Spanish?
Yeah.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Shit.
No, no numbers. These are numbers.
No, you didn't say that. Clarify the rules. I just won $10.
Where are you from?
Colorado.
Colorado?
Yeah.
When did you come here?
Yesterday? Yeah, we got here yesterday.
What do you do after you're here?
Go back to school in Colorado.
Yeah, but that's crazy. So, what did they mean to do? They mean to arm Turkey and then stop India from helping Israel?
Kyle, just read the news.
No, I'm just. They're not trying to stop Israel or India from helping Israel, right? They're supplying India through Turkey. Is that what you mean?
Kyle, there has been a major global shift in world politics and geopolitics, and it has just happened in a week.
Okay, you're not answering my question very directly, man.
Lower the sperm count.
I'm asking a really simple question. The Trump administration is funding Turkey, moving resources, armor, weapons through Turkey, and then you said something about shutting down India to what? To stop India's no longer helping Israel, or what do you mean?
They were planning to open up Apple and Tesla and all these things. Now they are not going to open all these manufacturing hubs in India. They have cancelled all the agreements,
which would hinder India's partnership with Israel in their trouble.
I'm not saying it would hinder, but like there is on the backside, there is APEC and there is a Jewish lobby. I'm not against that Jewish lobby, but I'm just against the Zionism, which is destroying that good Jewish lobby, which is they are good people.
Okay. See, I only really care where the money is. All the money. So, India's manufacturing is being stunted by U.S. money. The U.S. Trump administration is interfering in India's production, and that slows Israel's invasion of Gaza down. Then wouldn't you say Trump is helping slow down?
It has already going to. You just like in a day or so, they're also going to stop, and they are going to.
Okay, so it sounds like maybe the Trump administration is trying to help slow it down or stop it by putting a clamp on India's production. Like, stop being so helpful over there towards Israel because we need to slow this down. I kind of didn't expect to hear that. I thought Trump would probably do everything he could to help Israel.
And Kyle, Trump even offered the Indians help, but they rejected and went to the Russians. They offered F-35 and they rejected the F-35s because they said they were making fun of the F-35s and glorifying China in the process. And at the end, they
just don't sit there and tell us, we've closed it, he acted alone. We have the files. Oh, if you're gonna crap on me or piss on me, don't.
Just trying to play nice, I guess.
Six of the rockets, we shot down.
I don't know why someone would turn down a fighter jet. Maybe, well, I guess I know why, but I would try to spin it and be like, oh, well, that's generous of them.
Can you not? This is a PR issue. Will you stop
a million reasons, right? There's any number of reasons they could say it, but from my perspective, you could just play it off like, wow, they're awesome. Thanks. This is a great partnership. What? So much money. Let's party. I don't know. Everyone's on edge. Fear index is really cranked. It's annoying. Well, it was. But I don't know. I'm holding cash, hold cash.
Kyle, I have
And
nothing.
Bongino,
They are
you
nice people.
have
They are
welcomed
incredible people.
51,648 illegal aliens to your sanctuary.
It's just the extremist regime which is controlling them, and they're controlling the media, and they're distorting the perception of the minds of the Indian people. They are beautiful people. They are incredible.
So I ask you,
That's happening all over.
listen,
Yeah, we
Jeffrey
suffer a
Epstein
similar
story is a big
assault
deal.
by press
please do not
capture.
let that story
Like
go.
our
Keep your
news
eye on
agencies are captured
Catherine
by moneyed
Rumbler, I
interests,
want you-
dark money. Really super rich people that are kind of out of touch. They're really socially awkward. They're not funny. They're really witless. Really rich witless people. And they have captured our information pipelines to a very high degree.
I'll tell you. It says it is the Zionists who are crippling
Okay,
the US
we don't have to get into all of this nonsense.
No, Donald. It is the
Oh,
Zionists who are
please,
crippling-
no,
Beach,
don't
what
say
happened?
my
You're
name
walking on the
over
beach,
and over and over.
and you saw this on the beach.
Yeah, my wife and I, Patrice, were walking on the beach and I saw those numbers in shells on the beach. And
You didn't do this, somebody else did.
yeah, somebody else did it. We were on the walk, preparing for this week to
Right.
roll
I
out
don't
my book.
care.
Yeah,
she looked at
I
it and
don't
said,
want to
"Why
talk
someone
about
put their
politics. I
address?"
told them to stop talking about politics.
Yeah, I'm done. I won't do it anymore.
I want to talk about God.
Politics is boring. Boring.
Yeah, it's super
All
boring.
right.
They are not politicians.
I can't change the mind of any politicians. I can change the mind of the
They are just people shouting at each other and like
Phoenix,
some of our phones.
Phoenix, I'm sorry, Dinesh. I'm sorry if anything I said. I'm.
No, I don't care. Let's just move on. I don't care. Let's just move on.
You're being respectful. You have your opinion.
Potentially even
You're respectful.
completely.
Way to go.
Having said as clearly as possible that the anti-vax people seem
Politics is like the word. It makes you like have your own tribe, and my tribe is better than thou. My dick is bigger than thou.
Well, it is irrelevant, but I would like to.
It's all about ego, and like my ego is better than your ego.
Utilizing going forward, particular witnesses you think that we should have, any thoughts you have about what and whom we should be bringing in?
Well, I'm a Hindu. I don't have any favorite Bollywood actors.
Great, that's even more interesting.
I'm a Muslim.
I mean, then why did that guy try to kill Trump and almost succeeded? Why did he do that?
Well, I'd like to know that.
Well, yeah, but
That one's crazy.
And
I know the whole deal with that guy's house, professionally scrubbed, no footprint on the internet, no social media.
I said atheist.
Christmas ornaments, drywall, Jerry Epstein.
Okay, can you please elaborate?
Name
It's the
3
same as
things that
agnostic.
don't.
You said agnostic earlier.
Agnostic.
Alright.
It means like the word God does. We don't know what it does. Is it used in grammar? Is it used in conceptualizing? Is it used in engineering? Is it used in culture? We don't really know, and we haven't ever heard a consistent answer. It's just used differently by everyone. So we don't know. And agnostic is saying it might exist, it might not exist.
This is what happens when you have a quantity of something.
It exists as a fictional character. Iron Man exists in fiction, so I wouldn't say it doesn't exist by that definition. So that's what an agnostic doesn't say what an atheist says, which is like, oh, do you have evidence that it exists? We don't know what that is. The agnostic literally throws the hot potato out. Just get rid of the hot potato entirely.
I would like to tell you that
It's what deserves to be the top of your hierarchy of safety.
I want you to hear that.
Don't listen.
Yeah, clearly.
Content creator, and I would like to
Spending
invite
cuts
you
alongside extending the tax cuts, and I did not.
as well. And yeah, so
We don't give Congress fiscal advice.
Page, okay? Anyone is I'll give you my page.
I don't do Instagram. I don't have an Instagram.
Okay, maybe Kyle or Phoenix or.
I have Instagram, but I use it just to see reels, like stupid reels.
Like cat reels and
What
stuff.
are you guys even talking about? It sounds to me like you're trying to spam each other. Are you spamming each other right now?
mean, I'm happy to come on your thing, but we're gonna have to do it over like StreamYard or some shit. I don't even have StreamYard. I don't even know how. I could do it over my Discord. I don't care. You can record my Discord.
You don't have Instagram?
No, I don't have Instagram. Don't have Facebook. I'm on Discord. I'm on
Discord
Clubhouse.
philosophers are the worst.
What is job?
She started out in the circuit, the same as.
Promoters get the biggest sluts, get the biggest whores. We're gonna give it up easy. Like, this is what they do. And Cassie essentially became a promoter, so she chose to put her life savings on that roulette table. She didn't get what the fuck she wanted. Now she wants to say that she's a victim of the casino robbed her. No, I'm sorry, man. The Diddy Casino won. It's in the house's fucking favor. You're just like every other female that runs through there thinking that they're gonna get something and they're gonna be the special one. You're just not. It is.
Oh, Sig, let me ask you a question before I go back to Big Stank and give him a chance to chime in. Sig, this question's for you and Mr. Carlito. Just yes or no? Is Cassie a victim of these charges?
No, I don't think.
A-Y.
Inlia.
That doesn't exist, I think.
Well, I suppose the inlia is going to be like an outlia.
Inlay. Am I stupid?
Can I get a reset,
Put your feet to the fire. When I put your feet to the
Can
fire, right?
I get a
You're going
reset?
out.
No reason. Let it keep going. Let it keep
Student
going.
visa cannot be revoked at any time for no reason.
Okay,
I did put it in chat.
Andy, that's wrong. You just said it was horseshit. That's why you don't believe these people when they fucking talk. You gotta verify.
No, I want to hear what you have to say. Power through it.
Yeah, I put it in ChatGPT.
I'm curious.
I put it in ChatGPT.
Can you drive a license be revoked at any time?
This would be a good time for a reset.
Can a student visa be revoked at any time for any reason? It said a student visa F1 or M1 can be revoked, but not for just any reason.
Thank you.
That's my point. That was my point. I was going to say that to Andy. Andy was being an idiot.
There must be specific legal grounds, and here's how it breaks down.
Exactly. So what are
What
the
do you
legal
think?
grounds?
Yeah, right?
That's something.
You're basically
It's
bullshit
just saying
Andy.
bullshit.
You're stupid.
There are 3 people online.
If a Trump supporter is talking, a Trump supporter is lying.
Okay, so we'll go to Chaos next, and then Ann, and
Shut
then.
the fuck up. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Dolly. So here's the thing, right? Like, and all you're good for is calling names.
Okay,
When
I
I put the
don't
foot to
even-
the
Oh,
fire, see, you can't even,
Sorry.
you can't even mute up. That's how bad you are, right? So the thing is, like, you call me a booty clapper for no reason. When I actually told you at the beginning, hey, I'm gonna engage with you honestly. Give me like the thing that you're reading from, and based on just the links that you provided, what you said wasn't there. And I called you out on it, and that's the issue here. Is that like you say things, and then I put your foot in the fire and say, "Hey, let's actually."
Chaos gave you the most good faith.
I know, and then that's the issue. And then then Andy for no reason comes in and says stupid shit, saying like, "Oh, this can be anything. Don't need to prove anything." This is the merit that you guys have at the moment, is that you just say shit without any rhyme or reason. And when I put your foot to the fire, you guys are wither like wax. You have nothing solid to stand.
Very quick. So I'm reading the reasons. Hold on, I'm reading the reasons why, and it's not good. So reason number 2 says you can revoke someone's student visa, F1 visa, or M1 visa if they are arrested, charges, or even credible allegations. Especially for crimes involving moral turpitude, drugs, or violence. May lead to revocation even without conviction.
It's called turpitude now.
Damn.
Okay.
Knowledge. Hey, ask if these fucking Mahmouds if they qualify under the fucking revoking of the shit, whatever the fuck their name is.
We were gonna give Ann an opportunity to reply, and I also wanted to hear from Andy as well, and I'll go after.
So with all the information I
We're not
provided,
talking
and all
about.
the
Wait,
things,
can I just clarify?
I'm not
We're not talking
Kelly.
about revocation of status.
Louis.
We're talking about deportation. right?
When you lose status, you have to leave.
No shit, Sherlock, but that's not what we're fucking talking about.
So, just for everyone, this conversation's been going on for a few hours. So, like, if you just came in, like, just kind of like listen and to see where we're at in the conversation. Don't just jump because we've been through this. So, with all the stuff that I provide and all the things that I read, I know that it's a lot of gray area and things can be subjective, right? And things aren't always fair as much as we want them to be. So, Louis, I don't know why you're trying to argue, but unfortunately, there is gray area. So if they see that,
You haven't shown the gray area if it exists.
no, hold on.
None of you has demonstrated the
No,
gray
I
area.
have. I have. And I've read it, and I've read things to you.
Oh, did you? Where did you
read
read
it? And just because. Okay.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Okay, so according to the Immigration and Nationality Act, the INA, if a visa holder
Chaos, she's really about to do this
I'm not
again.
done. Wait, it's short. If a visa holder participates in activities that involve civil disobedience, trespassing, or other violations of United States law, even under the guise of protest, it can be grounds for removal.
Okay.
Now,
Where is that from, please?
That the INA.
Oh, there's a Q? We just went through the INA.
So look, the Immigration and Nationality Act, look it up.
We just fucking did.
No, we didn't.
Louis, are you arguing that they can't deport?
Yeah, he is.
Go ahead, Noah.
If she's done. So I did chat to
Yeah, acknowledge. I just don't know where the he just doesn't want to, like, the INA, whether we agree with it or not, and it can be subjective. Like, it is what it is. So I don't know, Louis. Like, I know it's a hard thing to
Get the fuck up.
No, like, you're just, like, coping.
You know, what's
Like,
going on, Alex? Are you banging with Louis? Let's go.
And Chaos, shut the fuck up.
That's all you're good for, Anne. Good job.
I'm done.
I'm up. Alright. So I asked ChatGPT, I said, under these limitations that you gave, does he qualify for the revocation of his student visa? And it said, no. It said, based on the available information on Mahmoud Khalil's situation, he likely does not qualify for the revocation of his student visa, primarily because he no longer holds a student visa. He entered into the U.S. on a student visa, yes, but he completed a master's degree at Columbia University in December 2024. He married a U.S. citizen in 2023 and obtained lawful permanent residency, also known as a green card status, in 2024. This means at the moment that his student visa status ended, he would no longer be qualified under this limitation.
Wait, is this the case we were talking about yesterday, Louis?
So let me get this right, Louis. So he overstayed his visa, and that's why he's being deported.
No, that's another fault.
Wait, hold on.
I'm being a dumbass.
I'm
being a dumbass right now.
Wait, no, forgive me.
You're being a dumbass right now. Okay, you're a dumbass.
Okay, I did it when I'm, like, wrong.
I gotta smack people in the head right now, right? Yeah, sure.
Correctly.
Yeah, so he actually was a green card holder, and so shut the fuck up. Read.
Okay,
maybe
so
you'll learn something.
Premature ejaculating.
Yeah, shut the fuck
Knowledge
up. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's all you're good for, right?
So Chaos, Louis,
all I can do is smack you around.
I get your point. But was this with regards to Khalil, the one that was
there?
Yes.
Khalil was one of the people
wait.
I also mentioned an Indian student from the University of Georgetown who was deported for
yeah, because I thought we cleared up Khalil because his actual deportation.
No, it's not Khalil.
Oh, okay.
I'll get his name in a second.
I was talking about.
I'll give you a quick reset, Brad. I'll give a quick reset of like what we were talking about. So when I
Not
came into the discussion was about like.
We have knowledge do the reset. I considered knowledge's information to be a reset. I think he clarified that. You guys are basically talking about whether a student visa can be revoked with or without cause, just cause.
No.
It's not right. That's not
Wait, no, like people won't get out.
the core of the conversation. That's like the breast of the audio right now. But it's not the core.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, bro. Cut out. Fuck, at the worst time.
Do you guys mind? I'm gonna read it again.
Just go ahead.
Wait, start
Okay,
from
and then we'll go to Chaos for his alternative reset.
I'll be quick. So I asked ChatGPT the following question: under the information or limitations that you stated before, does he qualify for the revocation of his student visa? And it said, based on the available information about Mahmoud Khalil's situation, he likely does not qualify for the revocation of his student visa, primarily because he no longer holds a student visa at the time of the deportation. He entered into the U.S. on a student visa, yes. Likely.
We're not talking about Mahmoud.
Hold on.
Wait, Louis, let him go.
Hold on. I am for the record. Anyways, but he completed a master's degree at a Columbia University in December 2024. He married a U.S. citizen in 2023 and obtained a lawful permanent residency green card, also known as green card status in 2024. This means that his student visa status ended at the moment of his arrest, so he does not qualify for deportation.
All right.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
We're not talking about Mahmoud though.
I know.
Yeah, so
let's move on. So Mahmoud is fucking done. Who are we talking about now?
Let's talk about old boys. Let's talk about Bedard.
The reason why I said Mahmoud, the reason why I responded to Mahmoud was because Mike asked about Mahmoud. That's why.
Yeah, thank you. No, that was a favor. Now who are we talking about?
Let's talk about Bedard Khan Suri.
Okay, what's the background?
He's a pro-Palestinian protester. Here, I'll drop the link. I dropped it.
I
don't know if I can
wrote an
links,
article.
but
I can't read it. I'm driving, but like, what? So
I'll read it. A Georgetown University student from India, whom the Trump administration detained over his pro-Palestinian activism, must be released, says a U.S. federal judge ordered on Wednesday. The Trump administration wants to deport Bedard Khan Suri, a postdoctoral fellow at the Washington, D.C. University. He was detained in March by immigration authorities accused of spreading Palestinian militant propaganda and anti-Semitism. Trump has targeted foreign citizens under Suri, including Suri, who participated in protests in support of Palestinians and against U.S. allies Israel in their war in Gaza. Civil rights and immigration advocacy groups accused the administration of unfairly targeting political critics. U.S. District Judge Patricia Tolliver Giles, who previously barred Suri's deportation, ordered his release on personal recognizance to Virginia from detention in Texas. Court filing he is not to be detained without a 48-hour notice to the court. His lawyers, Giles added, Homeland Security.
They don't boots on the ground, unless when they're inside of America.
Where does it say that?
Yeah, man. I just thought they kill Europeans, and I wanted to comment on it, but I came to find out.
No, there was no.
You don't need to be disappointed they didn't kill.
I'm not disappointed. I was just gonna, hold his feet to the fire. It just.
We appreciate that. But there are questions like in the replies of people. Is there video of the military there? Yes, there's video of the military.
How many Palestinians they killed today so far?
I don't know. The last I looked, it was 10 that were actually waiting they hit a bakery. Apart from the aid issue, they're actually still hitting bakeries, still hitting food warehouses. How many they have destroyed with their airstrikes since it went in, because they've hit a number of food warehouses inside Gaza since that ceasefire. They broke the ceasefire, and they have also hit bakeries. And then today's case, they hit a bakery and killed 10 people.
That's pretty up top. And I'll say this one thing in 30 seconds, and then you guys can move on. I just want to say, and I'm not advocating for anything fucked up. I'm not trying to ruin your space, Mr. Bean, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm giving you a heads up. I just want to say, any Jew, any Israeli in the region, bro, honestly speaking, there's no one that can stand up to the Muslim in the region. If it wasn't for the technological superiority that was basically being handed over to them by the
Muslim fighters are superior to Jewish fighters.
One second. don't share my mic with me, bro. Just let me get it off my chest.
Did you just say you are not going to ruin my space and then went ahead and ruined it?
I said, okay, listen, I don't want to anger you, so I'll retract that. Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. Just one thing I noticed as well. I was looking at the list of diplomats that were in this delegation. India also apparently had a diplomat in this delegation. So it'll be interesting to see whether there's any condemnation. I wouldn't be surprised that India might come out and condemn the Palestinian Authority for something instead of Israel. But let's see.
Don't forget the bombed UNRWA cars as well.
They bombed the UNRWA cars in Gaza?
Yeah, there's So they were not Hamas. Those people, they're not Palestinian, but they're still bombed.
Yeah. Okay. So just a couple of updates. Let me actually read this out. So.
This is not new. This currently, I think, happened a few months ago.
Yeah, a man that was spat on of an officer was arrested and walked to jail like a mass murderer. Drone killed innocent people as well. So there is a footage of a 10-year-old boy, Ashraf Mahmoud Wafi, was killed by an Israeli drone in the Al Manara neighborhood of Khan Yunis, central Gaza. So there's that, and then there's another heartbreaking scene of Israeli warplanes targeting an unarmed young man as he was fleeing from Shujai, east of Gaza City, earlier this morning. So,
Yeah, just to be clear, the footage, there was a Palestinian inside of 48 who was on a bus. There was a female IDF soldier sitting down. Before he left the bus, he spit on her. They had it on footage. He turned himself in, and
wait, Carl, sorry to interject. I thought the PA handed him over. No.
I think
this is Palestinian 48, so he wouldn't be PA, right? Anyway.
No, he turned himself in, and I know you guys force it or like to do that, but don't do that. So he turned himself in, and he was ruled to be put. The Gavir called him a security risk, which means called him basically a terrorist, and he put him. They gave him a jail sentence. I don't know how long, a jail sentence for spitting. This is like ironic, right? Because you get the Orthodox Jews are constantly spitting on Christians.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, I know. The irony is not lost on me. But this Palestinian got jailed, and they put him in a security prison, which is a prison they keep for high security issues. So they're going to put him through the whole torture process. We had a space yesterday on Palestinian detentions by a Palestinian that tracks the detentions and tracks the people and tracks what's done to them. So this is what his reward is for turning himself in on that, is being thrown in jail, being called a terrorist, and being treated as such in a brutal way. I did want to comment just before you move on to the next person. There's a guy by the name of Mark Sedan who's a diplomat. I'm just interested in calling this out because of the way he characterized this shooting that happened in Jenin, where these diplomats were shot at. And the way he characterized it, and this is Mark Sedan worked for Kofi Annan, just to give you a sense, he's a UK citizen, and he characterized it as it just shows that the IDF is a rabble army without any discipline, and that they shouldn't have been there to begin with. It's not their territory. It's not their interest. They shouldn't have been there to begin with. They have no right to be there. So it's just interesting.
No right. They get shot at with rockets. And have you heard of October 7th? No right to be there. It's called self-defense.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that Israel radio announcement. So that's the way he characterized it. He characterized it as, it's interesting just the way he looked at it, that he just pointed at it as IDF being a rabble army, undisciplined, and plus they shouldn't have actually...
Wait, did you drop that guy for saying that?
No, he's still there.
Oh, did you pull out the victim? Wait, this is so funny. Wait. He pulled out the victim card immediately before even we did anything. It's his pure demonstration of us not even needing to do anything to show their victim mentality. Thank you, Andrew, for demonstrating.
Asking a question is a victim. That's incredible.
Because we did
That's incredible.
we did not drop him. So, like, why?
He's not on the stage when I'm on screen. Maybe it's at the X glitch.
I'm here, Andrew. Andrew is a powerful Kabbalist. You have to be careful. He's a demonologist Kabbalist, and he's a powerful Jewish warlord in Arizona. Don't trust Andrew Meyer. He's a Kabbalist magician.
All right.
I rebuke his demons. And
Okay, guys, sorry, Hal. No demons. All right, meet up, guys. Hal, if you, I'll let you continue. If
No, that was it. I just wanted to throw that in there in terms of just diplomatic, the way they view this and the way they're reacting to it. I think it just adds a little bit of color to the conversation. Because you said, one of the things is, well, what are they going to do about it? But one of the ways they do about it is kind of the words they use to react to it, and what they sort of claim to be the problem. And in this particular case, he points to a lack of discipline his words was IDF is a rabble army. This is like very incendiary language, right? When you talk about it,
Rabble?
Rabble.
That's incendiary?
Ask the Kabbalist. I don't know, or the magician over there.
The man casually poured a small basket of fish into the sea, and to his surprise, it attracted a massive school of fish. Within seconds, a giant dark shadow swiftly glided across the water. Soon after, even more large fish arrived, each seemingly weighing hundreds of pounds. This scene caught the attention of nearby fishermen. One of them baited a large fish onto his hook and lowered it near the fishing boat, hoping to catch a massive 500-pound fish. Sure enough, the bait hadn't even been in the water for 10 seconds.
Just totally pithy, not a real thing. You should give me real things, Mr. Man.
Shut up, boy. Shut up.
What are you upset about?
Shut up, boy. Shut up.
What are you upset about, guy?
You need to respect the hands. You and 4ZR and that repo, whatever, had with that boy spitting on the idea. I think that was anti-Semitic.
I need to share something that most homeowners are completely in the dark.
It's actually everywhere in Ottawa.
Great.
If you would have asked me this 10 years ago, I would have told you probably a bit of the southern part of Ottawa, because it's stuff.
Don't forget that. Shut up, boy.
Well, that's true.
This is a BBC News article on the whole thing. But Zia, please go.
He rigged it.
All right, chap.
What's so bad at?
I'm just saying, raise your
We're
hand.
not. You got to give Ziad some room because he needs warm-up time and he needs to get to his point. So just don't. Yeah, go ahead. I do this.
He needs a long runway like a Wright brothers plane.
I'm like Ziad, so I appreciate what he needs to go through. So go ahead, Ziad.
Ziad, please.
I mean, these people think they're supreme. Man, go to your spaces and be supreme there. Now, Channel 12 reported that
Black Power.
Firing the Shabak is illegal and was a mistake. But I do have a question. All those the pilots, that are driving or flying, these F-35s and F-16s, are they all Ashkenazi Jews or can like the other
A Jew is a Jew, whether you're an Ashkenazi or a Sephardim, it doesn't matter. You're Jewish.
Can you shut up?
But let him finish. Don't share his, don't shut him up with him.
To answer his question, there's actually.
He hasn't finished his question. Shut the F up. Yeah, all right. Please.
He asked a question. I'm trying to answer.
No, I don't want you to answer. Like, if I want you to answer,
I don't want to come. There's an elite Ethiopian Jewish fighter pilot unit.
Thank you. All right, Ziad.
I doubt that they are low IQ.
But there were members who have joined from the community that there is discrimination in Israel in one form or the other with the Ashkenazi clan and so on and so forth.
At the same time, so we'll know who to go after. See what I'm saying? We know who are the real criminals. You see, we trying to understand our enemy. So is it all Ashkenazi pilots?
I just told you there's an elite Ethiopian.
I can clarify.
No. It's, yeah, I mean, anyway.
They have squadrons by ethnicity. There's also a Mizrahi unit.
Okay, Andrew, you're trolling. You know what that means?
I'm telling you what's going on.
I am telling you that I'm kicking you now for trolling. For trolling purposes. Thank you, bye. Alright, okay, Sarah.
Oh, we're not going to hear the end of that, Mr. B. It'll be, my God. Victim. Okay, come on, Ziad.
You guys are just spamming each other, wasting your time. This is all just projection, and you're racist. You are exactly what you're criticizing. Don't you see the mirror?
Victim. Okay, come on, Ziad.
You guys are just spamming each other, wasting your time. This is all just projection, and you're racist. You are exactly what you're criticizing. Don't you see the mirror?
You sound like a hippie from like the 70s. I'm very confused by you, sir. I think you need to go to hang out at Woodstock or something.
People, of course you'll get in trouble. Don't try to blame.
I did not know I think he lived himself. Maybe.
So it's like oh, a conspiracy, man. I smoked some shrooms earlier and I saw the devil. That's what that man sounds like. Jesus fucking Christ.
Actually, he sounded like the Honor guy, just under a different alt. Ziad, did you get that?
Yeah, that was my question. And
who was your question to?
Anyone that has the information.
Are you asking about if all the pilots are all Israeli Jews? I would say no. There could be a lot of mercenaries within that. For instance, in Afghanistan during the American war, there were pilots from UAE flying over Afghanistan. During the Saudi Arabian war against Yemen, there were Sudanese pilots flying over. So I'm guessing Israel, with a limited amount of manpower, they are using these kind of mercenaries. And there's even evidence to suggest there are some Indian soldiers embedded within the idea. But it's not. It's all. Yeah.
Yeah. To add to what Ziad said, basically, I think most of the pilots, if not majority or 95% of the pilots are Ashkenazis. Those are the high IQ that got educated in the West, to be specific, America. So mostly those are the ones that go back, get their training in English since they already what they call or fully fluent in English. And those are the ones that are mostly in the Air Force. That's
I'm confused why we care about that. Like, can I ask like a genuine question about like why that matters? Like, whoever's getting inside the plane is like killing insane amounts of people. That's what I care a lot more about than like the identity of who the fuck is bombing.
Mr. B, can I ask my question?
Yes, you may. Please go ahead.
Right, Mr. Bean, I've got a question. It's more about Syria rather than Palestine. My question is this. We were speaking earlier and Doc Holliday mentioned something about the British seizing for 99-year lease of Hong Kong and whatnot. And the Chinese had to wait for that. Now, the current president in Syria, if he signs Abraham Accords 2.0 and he gives away the Golan and the water resources and Mount Hermon, is it legally binding for the government that comes after him to, basically keep that agreement in place? I mean, Israel has occupied like 3 times more land, 3 times the size of Gaza land in Syria, and it's some very strategic land that they've occupied as well. If he ends up signing an agreement, and then 5 years or 10 years the government changes or whatnot, do the Syrians still have to abide by that agreement? That was my question, basically.
Did anybody hear the question? As in, like, I don't really have a view on Syria.
Basically saying if a new administration, if a new administration comes, and then let's say the argument that the agreement that they put down to give away the Syrian land and other territory that does not belong to Israel, do the neighboring country that their land was taken, do they still have to withhold that agreement?
But the question is, the premise is wrong. That even the current government didn't say we're going to give.
But why would they withhold that?
No one said we're going to give Syrian land. The premise of the question is wrong. No one said we're going to give Palestinian Syrian land to Israel. If any agreement, even Abraham Accords or any other agreement. Internationally, Jordan is colonized area. Internationally, the whole world knows that. East, West, Arab, European.
Okay. I know you're not understanding my question, right? Then I know the dispute with land, but if Syrian current president.
Can I just do something really quickly? Mr. Dean, I need to recycle because my system is about to crash, and I'll just come back in again. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you.
So,
very kind.
Yeah, at the moment, it's disputed land, I get it. But if the Syrian president signs an agreement, will give Golan Heights and whatever they've occupied currently at the moment, because I can't see Israel giving it back. Once they seize land, it's very difficult for Israel to give it back. So will there be a legally binding document for the next, 50 years or 100 years?
May I respond?
Yeah, I know you wanted to speak on this topic. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm having very shitty.
Yeah.
Dropping here for close of the section. But nevertheless, yeah.
Because I've had to reprogram my family and my friends to make them realize that this phone is not an extension of me. Just because I have one doesn't mean I'm available 24/7 for whatever bullshit. Or if it's an emergency, that's one thing. But they know not to expect me to get back to them right away, or whenever they get reach out to me. I'm not jumping back on my phone just to. I push this thing away. I don't want to answer it all the time. I don't want to be a slave to this damn thing. So I get it out of my sight. I just go put it away downstairs in a different bedroom if need be, and just enjoy my freedom without it, because otherwise you get constantly disturbed and bothered, and people expect you to have this on you at all times and to be answering them every time they reach out. And I've had to reprogram my whole family and my friends to make them realize that just because I have one doesn't mean it's part of me everywhere I go. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that's healthy. What you're doing is absolutely healthy.
Boundaries. Healthy boundaries.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
My nephew lives 8 acres away from me, and he'll ring me up to tell me stuff when he can just yell it out across a patio. I'm within earshot. We can talk to each other from each other's houses, just by, yelling a bit, but he'll ring us.
Okay, this is called Taxpayers, Voters, Patriots.
So you've made a counterclaim that you can't defend. God's logic to deny the source of logic. Wait, what is the counterclaim that I can't defend exactly that you're referring to? That if God isn't the precondition for logic, you're using logic. What something else is the precondition for logic?
The attorney that got Michael Jackson off, Mark Garagos, you know his daughter's representing Diddy, right? So her daddy went on a press tour saying that that was a fucked up case. You should not have taken it. It's an embarrassment that she's took it, and she's gonna lose. So at the end of the day, the examples that you're making, the same attorneys that made that possible, their kid is representing Diddy right now.
There's like a soundbite that gets mentioned here.
Hello, Zeleny. I think you should see psychiatrist and therapist as soon as possible. You're so delusional and you can't stop projecting and spamming all the time, telling people to see psychiatrist and therapist for their own good and to delete the app and take therapy sessions. Why is this that you say this so much, It
took him a minute there to kick me.
For you.
That's what he says to people all the time.
Has been found to be fugazi. The evidence is not there. Even the attorney had to drop it and get rid of it, and now Jay-Z is suing that attorney. But the damage that was done from that to his reputation will never go away. He's lost hundreds of millions of dollars in endorsements and sponsorships because of that bullshit-ass fake charge right there. So I'm saying they need to have a case where people who make fake charges
Sugar in your blood.
Yeah.
To keep your blood.
Gluco is sugar, Neo is new, and Genesis is the formation of. So it's the formation of new sugars within your blood.
So the body can use fatty acids, can use ketone, those stuff.
Yeah, that's the difference between adenine diphosphate and adenine triphosphate, because you get
like it or not.
Yeah, let me, right. Eugene is here.
I know, you open her.
Hello, I would like to spam you with my opinion.
We are not ready for any new opinion. Okay, you just made my friend laugh.
I guess I made her leave.
No, not you. Sorry, Mr. Comedian, but somehow you offended one of my friends, so...
I just wanted to talk about the genetics and climate stuff and engineering and the physics and philosophy.
Okay, sure. Are you a troll?
Hello? I am looking to talk about the topic of your room. Are you projecting into a mirror and telling me I am a troll, or... You kicked me.
All of this is deviance. So to sit here and act like it's okay to justify people making human slaves and sex slaves using their power and their influence and not caring about the cost as far as monetarily to do that, it's crazy. And the fact that you guys will sit up here and defend it, Truck, they're all perverts. I said Jay-Z. I didn't say Puff. They're all perverts. Niggas don't know. 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 Why you read the definition and don't know what the fuck it means? Why you read it? Who taught you that? Who told you you only need 2 premises? You can have more than 2. You can have 4. You can have 5. And guess what? You can have multiple conclusions. You can have multiple conclusions. He doesn't even know that. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's what ChatGPT said. All right. Anyway, so like I was saying, premise number about the premise. Are you done, bro? You're not done trying to grandstand and be wrong? It's embarrassing, bro. You can't even hear me. Being wrong and grandstanding is wrong. Is that correct? You can't grandstand and be wrong. That's crazy. You can't abuse mods, grandstand, and be wrong. That's embarrassing. You're never gonna recover from this. Nobody's ever gonna respect you. That's crazy. You fucked up, and we all see it. Fuck. Fuck. I fucked up. I was wrong. Oh no. I was grandstanding, and I was wrong. I feel like I now. Oh no. I do this all the time. Oh no! What am I doing? Why am I embarrassing myself? Why can't I be patient and let people finish their point? Oh no! My ego got the best of me yet again. Oh no! I fucked up. Anyway, can I finish now?
Shout out to Black Men Getting Therapy.
No? Okay. Ego got the best of me. Ego made me look stupid again. Stupid again. My ego got the best of me. My ego got the best of me. My ego made me look stupid again. Stupid again. Let me ask ChatGPT. Ego got the best of me. Ego got the best. Premises are in a...
Yeah, so it says not... So I asked, can there be more than 2 premises in a syllogism? It says, not in a strict syllogism, however, in a broader logical reasoning or extended syllogistic change, you could use more than 2 premises, but they typically form multiple syllogisms linked together.
Correct, and it's called a polysyllogism, which is what the fuck I told Congressman. Don't call it a syllogism. There's other terms you could use. You could call it a...
I feel like that's getting bogged down on the minutia.
That's what I said in the beginning. I said you can call it a
proof. You can call it a poly.
Why you forced it to this point? It's like
it was that simple. I said
just,
you can.
It's just because you called it a thing that you didn't
yes,
like. Yo, come on, dog.
Definition has two premises: a major or minor conclusion. That's what a syllogism is. I said call it a proof.
It's still syllogistic.
Yes, if you have more premises, you're gonna have what's called a sub-conclusion. You're gonna have a major conclusion, and these are called polysyllogisms. I have argued syllogism for years with Sophia. Trust me. Once again, yes, you can, but it's called a polysyllogism, not a syllogism. And I said concrete. Call it anything else but a syllogism. Call it a polysyllogism.
My ego
call it a
got the best of me. My ego got the best of me. And I'm trying to save the point. I'm trying to save my face. Because I look real dumb when I tried to interrupt. And I was wrong and I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Now I'm trying to save my face. And I got this weirdo on the side of me trying to fucking save my face too. Ego got the best of me. My ego got the best of me.
This is embarrassing.
You
called it a syllogism and you failed to produce the structure that's the syllogism.
It did it again. My ego got the best of me. Not a syllogism, but it is a syllogism.
Even if Digi had the position that they don't enjoy all the freedoms of that there's some restrictions, or that there's like they don't they're not afforded all the same rights as citizens in any way, that's in opposition to what I was saying. So even if he says, halfway through, it's still, that goes against the idea, which is that they enjoy the full protection of all the everything that the First Amendment allows citizens. That was my point. If he's saying no in any way, that's saying, it's half of them, that's not what I'm saying. That's in opposition to what I'm saying.
Louis, what
So
did
long
the
as
chat
he gets
GPT
votes.
say about the syllogism? I wanted to hear it, please.
It said, so I asked, can syllogism have more than two premises? It says, not a strict syllogism. However, in broader logical reasoning or extended syllogistic chains, you can use more than two premises, but they typically form multiple syllogisms linked together.
Now, ask it what is it called. Ask it what is it called when you have more than two premises, please.
That is syllogism, two premises.
That's called multiple premises, you dumb motherfuckers who haven't learned how to speak English.
There are multiple syllogisms.
Yeah, just ask it what's it called when you have more than two premises. That's it.
Polysyllogism.
Oh shit! A polysyllogism.
Oh, it's not a syllogism. It's a polysyllogism. Yeah. So it's not a car. It's a coupe. It's not a car. It's a coupe.
Yes. Shalom.
Shalom, they kicked me.
Motherfuckers be like, yo, what you doing here? Motherfuckers gonna have to start playing ball with niggas. And this block, so.
Virtuous, not vicious like yours.
Yeah, so my circle.
You were the snake tamer who went into the den of vipers. It's still a circle, right? With bites all over your body, P. Marzo.
My circle would be internally consistent and externally verifiable, as opposed to your circle, which would be internally inconsistent and arbitrary.
Well, then it just wouldn't be a circle, right? It wouldn't be a circle if it was verifiable in a different way. It wouldn't, by definition, be a circle, you fucking retard.
P. Marzo, I can overlook the fact that you're a traitor and a Judas, but I can't overlook the fact that you're an evidentialist who rejects Van Til.
I'm going to get into Dar's room and let him know that you're an evidentialist.
100% completely clear.
You're going to be banished for good.
They're 100% clear that external empirical evidence is neither necessary nor sufficient to establishing the existence of God or the truth of any of the Christian religion.
Yeah, Where are you
It's probably the biggest L anyone has ever taken.
So Mark, you're like wielding a logic sword.
Well, not 2012. It was 3 years ago. If you hear about it, for a girl, we had some process in Iran. Most of the people going around the streets, they wanted to get rid of this government, but they couldn't because we have no power and we have no anything. So we're just there with our own hands. So we cannot change anything because they have guns and they can kill us. They can shoot in guns and they can punch us. So basically, we don't have any power.
With Ayatollah. This is the fucking guy.
I almost drive the bus through the Galilean level.
After all them lies she just put out on R. Kelly, she was saying that they had women kept in, cages or something. They said they had women in a basement peeing or using the buckets as a bathroom, and then that fell apart. And this is the interesting thing about all these cases. It's all fruit from the poisonous tree. It starts out with one story. At first, I was saying Puff was a sex trafficker of teenagers and selling drugs in these freak off parties. We got so many women that are ready to testify. Now it's a bunch of gay porn guys or whatever that Cassie was having sex with. It's very strange. And then the testimony from the dirty money woman who actually was coerced by the government in order to change her testimony makes me look at it funny. And the interesting thing about the R. Kelly case, if you really want to look at the R. Kelly case, they had to flip his girlfriend at the time. Asriel Clary was on the show with Gayle King and the other girlfriend, Joycelyn Savage. They had to flip her by using the conversation with Joycelyn Savage. And then Asriel Clary robbed R. Kelly's money, $300,000 from his defense fund, from inside his home, because they had access to all of his private calls when the BOP, when he was talking to other girlfriend, Joycelyn Savage. So not only have they enabled fraud, they have enabled false statements, false stories, a lot of fake witnesses that never took the stand. We had about 50 people come out against Bill Cosby. And it wasn't a technicality, by the way, but Andrea Constant, her ex-boyfriend, said she was very careful about whatever she ingested. She called him 14 to 16 times on Valentine's Day to come over. And when he came over, he gave her 1.5 Benadryl. I don't know if that's drugging the woman, but I don't think giving the woman a Benadryl is drugging her. And even when you understand the story of the drugging the woman, that came from the Quaaludes that he gave to some of his friends. So a lot of this stuff is contrived. A lot of this stuff is just fabricated. Whenever you start looking at the story, you pick it apart piece by piece, you realize they're just trying to take...
Yeah, because I see I have to...
Hello, Zeleny. When are you going to go see psychiatrist and therapist for your update session to help you with your mirror projection and spam that you like to do on this app all the time, Zeleny? When are you going to go to psychiatrist and psychologist for your therapy? I think you should delete the app and go seek help right now, Zeleny. That is what you should do. Do you agree? Benjamin, what do you think? He says this shit to people all the time. Oh, he's not here anymore.
I'm so happy that someone more annoying than me showed up.
More annoying than you? That's just more spam projection. You.
To do that at all. If you a God and you're a spirit and you made yourself like a woman.
Okay, you just posted. 1, all mammals are animals. 2, all elephants are mammals. 3, therefore all elephants are animals. If anybody noticed something of consistency there, it's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, second one, no mammals are frogs. 2, all elephants are mammals. 3, therefore no elephants are frogs. Anybody notice something there? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, there's another one. All elephants have big ears. 2, some animals are elephants. 3, therefore some animals have big ears. Anybody notice something there? Oh, there's another one. Okay. 1, no
inappropriate metabolism.
Then you have mitochondrial dysfunction, which reduces the amount of available energy, and then cellular senescence.
Hi, what are you guys talking about?
Hold up. Yeah. Let me just.
Hello? 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 Are you talking about the genetics and climate stuff? Engineering and physics and the...
One, all men are men that Timon has forgotten.
You indicated earlier your unfortunate circumstances. I bet a lot of people in that world that were perpetrating had the same thing happen to them when they were younger. That doesn't make them any less of a victim because they were also a perpetrator. It means that they were also victimized. She admitted that, yes, I was with the freak-offs, but what about the times where she said I didn't want to have a freak-off and he beat her up? What about the times where...
Not every freak-off.
She said Neo and Usher and them was there and he punched her in the stomach, had her bent over and nobody said anything. That's a victim.
Thank you. Hold on. Thank you, I am. Great share. Excuse me. Trap, I'm gonna let you go, then I gotta get going. I know Sid gotta get going. Go ahead, Trap.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, wasn't this same lady dating a grown man before she was dating Diddy, right? So to say that he's doing all these things or the reason why she's doing these things, so she's a victim, you can't say that when this lady has already been doing these things before meeting this man. I find that's just like wrong.
Thank you, Trap. Sid, I gotta go. Ladies. Thank you, Nacho. I appreciate you. I gotta get going. Sig, I know you gotta get going. Final word to...
Yeah, I'm
That's man.
I ain't gonna say that they haven't been that. I can say they've been there according to how they act.
Okay, that's it, Deborah. That's the show. Hope you enjoyed it.